out towards Showers. Both Vipers looking to fight for this one. It does look like Net just going to back away from it. Toss out a snake bite. Meanwhile, up towards Short. It's aggression here from the guard as Trent can't quite find the shots just yet. Gangsta going to pick one up of his own, and the rest of the team's been completely split off. A 1-for-1 trade as we go back to the drawing board.
There's a Sage wall as well. For that early pressure, that early attempt that we saw, this guy is using one of the 2 control players that they have here. One of those Mooks players still going down, and the guard still being so patient. Gonna be a fast one here, and Net has to back up. Doesn't even matter, Spike's down.
And Net is just so good as an anchor, whether it be on the Sentinel or even here on the Viper, doing so much right there. 4 players walked through a snake bite, 1 player dealt with, and he's still here on the site to try and fight forward. Tex, fortunately, there to help him out, and a couple of right clicks later, the guard will find the pistol. Yeah, they're not fully invested here. Clear did buy a Sheriff, though, so it'll be a little bit lighter in what's supposed to be the full buy round, and well, Clear has been dismantled off the board nice and early. Showers control is seemingly something that DSG want, but the guard, they're not giving it up for free. No damage even dealt on the opposite side, by the way. Jonah P still untouched. A flawless round, not only in way... Uh-oh, Steel. Mr. Lurk himself, and it's not even Steel to do it, it's Gangsta instead. Trent able to find one. Gangsta still healthy, though. Blast Pack to help that raise sneak away, and yep, Trent is out of there, but it's DSG who kind of steal away the start of this round, a 2-for-1 trade.
It's a good fight as well, but just needs a little bit more, and Trent keeps going back and back, and this is the thing, right? If they're able to work out together, maybe more trades can take place. So Tex is down, Spike is gonna be planted here on this A site. And only Valiant remaining.
Yeah, the guard completely dismantled here. Is Steel gets a little bit of info, sacrifices his life for Gangsta to find those 2 kills, and then the guard with the util of their own. 4 players strong out towards Short. Steel late on the lurk, but he's still got a player to worry about, right? Tex wants to go aggressive here. We'll see how aggressive he gets as he tries to clear this out. Steel finally finds that value. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, mission accomplished, getting that spike planted and now looking to play the post. Steel, you gotta go, buddy. 1 HP. Try and keep that Viper alive. 2 snake bites still to play with as Gangsta tosses out the incendiary to buy some time on the flank. And that's Net just around the corner, biding his time to try and find a way to help the team back on as Exalt fights through U-Haul. Gangsta will find another of their own, and this is just a DSG massacre here. Trent gonna try and pick up the pieces, but he's running out of time to do it. Gangsta sneaks away, low HP on both controllers alive, but it doesn't matter. Trent to head for the hills, Steel won't allow it, and we're all tied up at 2.
But now there's a showstopper available of the possibility to create that space to delay these guys from getting comfortable, and look at how far back they have to play. It doesn't even matter, Steel is down.
Great shots there. Coming out to take down Steel, who you have to applaud him, right? Changing up the lurks in the way that he is, changing up the looks in the way that he's lurking around the map. Lulling the guard in, making them feel safe. Fortunately, their head on a swivel, so they find that first kill. Meanwhile, out towards the B site, things a little more vacant. Nobody really here to try and stall as that boombot goes right by. Clear, gonna push through it. He'll find the first. Couple of spam through the sky smoke from that Sheriff. Doesn't quite land, and unfortunately, one of the only automatic weapons they have on the team, that being the Stinger Valen's already fallen. So left to pick up the pieces, Trent, Net, and Jonah P. They don't have a whole lot to work with. Like when a card falls on the ground and you're really trying to get your fingernails underneath it, and you just can't pick it up. That's exactly what happens. Clear with 4, Gangsta with 1, DSG to 3.
Kind of performance, and again, this is one of those, I want to say up and coming, but this is, I mean, he's already playing for Challengers, right? So it's such a talented player that if given the chances, he's gonna pop off. Now on the other side though, the showstopper, not gonna get too much, but look at where Clear is.
Yeah, I mean, how does it just come to fruition like this, right? We talked about, my head-to-head was Steel and Valen, right? We've got the old guard versus the new guard. and I'm not talking about the guard, but just in way of IGLs. And we mentioned, right, Steel working with Clear to make this young player feel confident, right, and understand how to play the game to the best of his ability. And that's exactly what this guy's been doing. The guard win the pistol, win the anti-eco, and since then, it's been all DSG, and they're about to steal away another one.
Everybody wanted to go
I've got your trail.
towards showers. One of those players getting taken down means the Seekers are gonna come out. Clear good for 2 now, as Valiant again going down so early.
Go get 'em.
Very aware. Our DSG. Clear finally dealt with. Only having 100 health means that Phantom becomes a Vandal. No way. Trent wants to go aggressive with it, trying to capitalize, but only finds damage as Jonah P will once more work his way back up the flank. Steel dealt with. Tex happy to have that kill, and they've slowed things down for now, but a player ahead still are DSG. They've got some time on the clock. Teleporter play still
30
an
seconds
option.
left.
Incendiary goes down. That should stop the
Spike
push from
planted.
back sight. Tex gonna play on the back end of a slow orb. And now the guard are put in a position where they have to pull the trigger, and Jonah P doesn't feel comfortable pushing up, but Tex does Tex things and starts to cut them all down. 3 of his own as Jonah P in the 1v1, but he's flashed up, taken down, and it's Exalt to find the 5th for DSG. Ooh, he backs away from it. He is about to get run down, though. Crossfire from Net. The long-range stinger will find that kill. Clear only going to find 1 here in this round. The guard maybe finding their way back into it, unless Ziff has something to say about it. Both players left. Now working their way through Hookah. Self-heal on the Sage. It doesn't feel the best anymore,
Blinded.
but it will keep Ziff nice and healthy, and this 2v3 will remain just that. As Jonah P flirts with the idea of dropping out of Hookah, and Gangsta just doesn't even give the option. Pulls him out, buries him 6 feet under. Net meets that same exact fate, and DSG now 6. If he wants the pit to stand, he'll have to survive. So now he needs to tuck very safe, and the spike's not in it. So it's going to be hard to push through U-Haul, sure. But the site in full vision now for the guard. You can say the same for DSG.
Guys, can they get away with another one though? Net coming from behind, manages to get 2. There's still the time. It's what this guys has been doing over and over again. They could take the lead in the first half. They can make it to 7. And he gets very close, but finally the guard answering back.
A 3rd picked up for the guard, working their way back into this one. And like we mentioned, that was the round they needed to win. They've got themselves a full buy once more. The economy on the opposite end, however, for DSG is also the same. And it's a different look. Look how
And this is
quick this
different,
is.
Yeah, this is different. I like this one, though. It can be very scary to deal with. It's just a good read on also the ultimate that can be available on the other side to push forward
Blinded.
and make sure that there's not going to be an orbital strike available or anything else that would shut down the players from showers. But I mean, look at this. So many variations for this, guys. And it already takes so long to break it.
It's so long. You already hear it. The spike is starting to pick up once more. And this long lurk, I don't know if it's going to matter. Steel went all the way around through the spawn. The pit comes down of their own, and the guard dealing with this one easily as they work their way through the pit, through the sky smokes, through the incendiary. And they'll take it all here as Valen sticks to the fuse. Ziff gonna try and walk away with his life, but he won't be allowed even that as on the board. But look at this, Net.
Planted.
Net just tucked. Trent gonna go up top of the showstopper, find the first kill. That's Ziff down. Valen finds another. Okay, incendiaries really getting the job done. And this one, maybe a bit premature from Gangstas. There's gonna be a lot of time left on the clock. He'll swing, but the blast pack will make things awkward, and Trent there for the trade. A resurrection of their own will now swing numbers heavily in favor of the guard, and just like that, they wipe the floor with DSG, and they find a 5th. A good half for Disguise, which means their economy is still in a pretty good spot, never really in a situation where they're on too lesser of a buy. As Exalt is trying to clear things out. Steel is a little bit ahead of the play, and unfortunately gets punished for it. So a Sage Op out towards A. Tech's proficient with that one. And how about a Sky Op out towards B? Good Seekers confirm the players inside hookah. It's everybody there, and they're expecting the push. So the incendiary go down. They actually get traded back and forth. Paint shells to try and force one off the angle. Clear, go good for one, but Jonah P, not only does he have an op, he's got himself a rifle. He's still able to fight with everything that he needs as he's crunched between two. Jonah P able to sneak away. Zegzal creeps up out towards long. The spike is in hookah. This is not a great spot for that spike to be in. Jonah P wants to take this round away from DSG, and that's exactly the case. We're knotted at 6.
And this pistol matters so much.
This pistol's everything. We go paint shells for paint shells, and Gangsta immediately taken off the board. This time the pistol starting better for the guard. Last time they're able to close it out towards the latter half of it, escaping on some of that early success. This time, though, they start a player ahead.
You gotta be so careful though, because these guys, they want to push here. South trying to be the first one that took that contact early on, but it's similar to what we saw from those guys, right? Showers, but there's nobody up close. Trent is gonna take that early one. This guys is left with a 3v3 to deal with. Still so much time though for the guard. Driving that orb, backing up.
Poison orb emitting.
And look at the health, right? The only player that's really available to a duel right now is Ziff, and he is not in great shape. Will also be spotted, now taken down, decapitated by Net. Tex will find the next. They're not expecting one more. No way. Clear, still alive. And he survives with 22 HP. With 6 rounds left in the Ghost, he's also got himself the nade, but unfortunately...
And this is something that the guard does so well. They get one pick, they're backing up, they're playing it all together. The synergy is completely unmatched, and still is going to take some damage there.
Yeah, I mean, sure, the synergy is unmatched, but it also feels great when Tex is flicking from head to head. He's doing that stuff where he's counter-strafing perfectly, finding the head of steel. It makes... There's never going to be an opportunity, the way that the guard have been playing these rounds specifically, there's never going to be an opportunity for DSG to find a Thrifty.
There's definitely always a chance, but it's so rough and so difficult as well. Two of the players going to be pushing here from long, and it just completely expected to. One by one, they get shot down and taken down by the guard. I mean, if you're on the side of the guard, definitely anything is possible here. Oh, Steel had to get his one there at least. Try to get things even up. But it's such a good opening, and now we know Exalt is going to be here as well.
Wow, and I mean, they're just full sending. Nice snake bite. That's going to find vulnerability onto Exalt. Allows for that Stinger to become a Phantom. And the guard, okay, they've done it. Just like that, they assume the B site. All 3 in spawn for DSG. And it looks like they want to... Yeah, okay, they're going to save. Wow.
Things definitely get scary when you're saving in a round like this one, right? But you're giving that 3rd round in a row for this second half to the side of the guard, and you know they can snowball the way that they did the first half, right? I mean, this is something that the guard is known for. Again, that Ludwig Tardic Invitational against TSM, it was maybe not so many rounds in a row, but it was the same idea of, it felt like...
The guard, quick to fight out towards Showers. Wall gonna go up, orbital strike, no way. Vulnerable as well. What is that snake bite? The guard just go nuclear at the start of this round.
What a good plan as well. They use a guiding light, they know one player is Showers, and they make sure there's no escape for Sif. Immediately shot down, and the only ultimate that was available, that orbital strike, gets so much more value. It's massive as well for the positionings too.
And the guard are just bonusing after bonusing after bonusing. These guys haven't even dipped into the savings that they've got. They're still rocking Stingers. They're still rocking Spectres, right? The weapons that they were able to pick up. 2 rifles found from that last round of DSG. Now those rifles have since been dealt with. And there's only Guardians where DSG once more, they're going to try and save what they've got.
Oh, you can get some good shots, but that's as good as it gets for this round. And the side of this guy, it's only 2 players alive, and
Now he's got an inclination. Slow orb comes down. Flash comes out. Not quite popped as the rocket comes through. Steel dealt with. Tex will find the next. So both defenders erased here on the B site. The guard. Oh my goodness. Okay, paint shells out and over the top. Uncle Rico makes an appearance. And that'll bring things back to a 3v3. But information now confirmed as Gangsta slowly works his way through the halls. Net going to be playing close inside the cubby. And as for DSG, they got a sky smoke to work through. Meanwhile, Ziff is heavily expecting a flank, expecting somebody just behind him. Clear comes out, rocket goes down, so does Net. Ziff picks up the next, and Jonah P has been good for it. Mr. Multi-kill for the guard. Gonna toss out the first flash. That one won't find anybody, and Gangsta does it again as DSG find 8.
Good rotation as well. Good opportunities. I like what I'm seeing from these guys.
Seekers will now start to reveal what the play looks like. Steel gets aggressive. No, Valen falls asleep on the angle, and Steel not quite allowed to sneak away. Tex is there, will equalize and bring one back. So +1 are the guard here as they work their way towards this B side. Exalt wants to get aggressive, but Tex is doing Tex things again. We go orbital strike for orbital strike, and unfortunately the Hammer of Dawn for both players finds absolutely nothing. But the spike has made its way onto the site, and Clear, unfortunately, clear-minded. Thanks to Net, a round to the side of the head will find quite possibly another round win here for the guard.
Those low rounds just play out so much better. You see how impatient Steel got to try to get that information just outside of Hookah, and it only turned out to be a trade. Everybody's so ready for this one. Because again, the two players that we've talked about, that we've seen before, doing their own thing, and this is different. This is very different. Doesn't work out though. Clear already down.
And one of the largest tools in this DSG toolbox. Resurrection, fortunately, still available from the round previous, and they try to punish.
Okay.
No bait res this time around, and Ziff gonna find that kill onto Net. Meanwhile, the spike's been planted, and the guard are just gonna be able to set up here on this B site. Only one player rotating from A. Everybody else here in Hookah, now looking to fight towards long. Trent gonna be the first one met as Tex wants to go aggressive, take the duel with Gangsta, but for now, DSG, a player ahead here, but they're working against the Clock Dryad. They have to try and make some plays. Unfortunately, Steel is there to do so. 2 kills for the IGL, make it a third as he gets flashed up, but he finds a frag just before doing so, and Ziff,
What a weird
happy.
round.
What a weird round. A nice little full house between Ziff
Yeah.
and Steel. 3 kills for 2.
I've got your trail.
Poison orb emitting.
Seeker's out, Snakebite down, a Sky Smoke that follows just behind it. Valen received the heal, so he'll be healthy to try and take this site. Unfortunately, Steel, you can't say the same as Tech swings across the site and immediately dispatches of his counterpart in Ziv. And the guard do it again. They take this B site. Once more, they have to try and hold on to it. And if you're DSG, I mean, you're running out of rounds, right? You cannot continue to afford just saving the rifles you have. And it looks like that might not be the case. 3v5, surely just around the corner.
Some of these retakes have been good for these guys, but can they do it again? Clear, good for another paint shell kill. We've seen so many of those from him. But again, time against them. The guard trying to answer back, and they're able to do just that as one by one, the players of these guys are gonna get shut down. 12 for the guard.
Really showing us that they are a contender here in Group B, especially against the top team in Group B. Unfortunately, I mean, Steel just keeps putting himself out there a little too much, and the guard have found a way to punish him every single time.
I mean, completely alone, right? Nobody has as well to trade, and thinking that that smoke is going to be enough, but turns out into another trade. This is only playing for the guard's strength. As he shot down the side of this guy's one by one. Clear and Gangsta. Can you make it happen out of Hookah?
And what do they have? 2 blast packs. Sky Smoke. One comes down. Clear finds the kill. Now the Showstopper online. Drops the base back sight, but it doesn't find the kill. And now Gangsta has to try and do it with 85 HP and 2 players to worry about. Unfortunately, just falls short as we cross the finish line here on Bind. It's 13-9 in favor of the guard.
To the site. So I want to say if it happens the same way, if you're going against the guard, right? Because it sounds like a completely different story.
And DSG once more Gonna start themselves on the attacking side. We'll see what they have cooked up. The 0 point goes out. Bit of information scooped up there. And speaking of Jets, no way. Clear goes insane as he dashes through tree and deals with 2 players. Now 2 more to worry about. That swarm grenade we dealt with in itself. The site's been taken. Spike will finally get planted.
Clear with a good entry though, but guard, look at that. They're answering back the Jonah piece of the last one of life. 6 HP. Playing around tree. It's just so difficult to get anything else going on though. If someone can do it, it's gotta be him. As time starts to run out, nobody wants to contest it.
Look at the wrap, though. Steel was playing in main. Jonah P doesn't even know where Steel was at. I think now the call was just made, and he's wrapped all the way around through A main and out towards Catwalk. It's Ziff to eventually get it done.
And at this point, you know, something's going on that B site. As a full entry starts to take place for the side of the skies, there's no contest. There's nothing that would stop them early on. And you said it right, the guard, the weapons, the shorties. Crouching as well for Trent, trying to get something going on here. It's just so hard. These guys, they're ready for it. They're ready for that rotation.
And they're just going to backtrack, retrace their steps, go back to the area that they've already cleared. And that Ziff helped keep clear as he plants his feet out towards mid. For the rest of this, the guard roster, they really have to die to the spike, or, well, preferably to the spike, maybe not the hands of the players. Maybe they can take one with them. Steel in an awkward spot for just a second. That Stinger will start to swing across, and Steel will eventually go. Nobody there to fight. Fortunately, I think that bodes in favor of DSG, because that long-range rifle would have gotten the job done. Steel gonna try and take a fight. Comes back into this round with only a sheriff, and, well, it looked like it. Only having a sheriff means he doesn't quite win out the duel that he had taken. So damage dealt, 3 players fall on the side of DSG. They will be awarded the plant, however, so an ult pip for Ziff, working towards that lockdown. And he's got some pretty good sight lockdown, right? Nano Swarm to stop that push from Tree. Exalt playing out towards main. Ziff's position not yet noted, but dropping down. Tex will find that kill, scoops up the next. And the guard are finally on the board.
Clean one as well for the side of this guy. For the side of the guard, this guy is able to get some of those kills going on, having a paranoia potentially going in for him, and doesn't even need it, right? Clear pretty much by himself, gets shot down. And that is a player they can expect once again towards Cat if it's not gonna be Trent. Having the heavy support with the Killjoy utility, and it seems like time is running out, right? This is where this guy wants to end up with, but you have to now deal with so much.
And as they look to take the site, Recon Bolt goes out. Steel, however, runs his way onto the site, and now he's got his feet planted firmly on it. Shrouded Step, it's gonna be dealt with. The Odin here to spam. Some more players just around the corner. We'll see how Trent deals with this, as Tech's gonna bail him out, and Trent completely unneeded here in the rest of this site hold with 20 HP. Exalt forced to reload. And, well, speaking of Trent, a little wary of what could be going on thus far in the round, so he'll opt into the Whirly Bird, and he does spot one. Oh, and he gets some damage onto that one. Clear down to 61 HP. He's comfortable to walk his way up. No way to counter spam, though. Ziff with the Sheriff finds the frag onto Trent, and I said Trent and Net was good here. Now it's only Net, but from the shadows from Valen. And help him find himself back site where he'll be stuck. And Net gonna try and help him fight his way out of this one. Another Shrouded Step into safety. And while these long-range duels all going the way that you would expect, Exalt picks up a weapon, but it immediately drops back on the floor. From the hands of Alan. Tex wants to get in on the action, and he'll do just that. Finds a kill on to Ziff, and the guard have found themselves a lead.
Completely uncomfortable for them, and look at that. This is the problem, right? On the other side, completely surrounded. Tex gets traded. Is a 4v3. Jonah P, look at this angle. Waiting on the other side. Actually manages to get it.
I mean, and Ziff is just completely unaware that Jonah wants to continue to fight for this, but now it's all in the hands of Clear, who, very capable, by the way, with 12 seconds left on the clock, though. Net gonna try and walk away, give up this space. He goes up and over the top, out towards the site. Clear will go. Now we'll be surrounded as it looks to get this spike planted. Net just around the corner. The right click doesn't land. It doesn't quite hit like it used to, Dryad. And the guard, licking their wounds, managed to find a 4th round.
Because it really seems like the side of this guys continues to struggle in the numbers advantage and never really is able to get even.
Good play, though, up through catwalk. Paranoia cuts out the lights for 1, and Trent's gonna fall. 2 kills traded right back, though, and this eco round looking just like that. But it was a good look from DSG, showing us something a little different in their approach to this one. Unfortunately, only having sheriffs. Oh, no. Resurrected available for Exalt, but I don't think he's gonna get picked up. Good headshot there. Finally, the robot will be finished, and Valen happy to have 3 kills in a 5th round for the... That's what they're looking to do here, though. Faster out towards B. Unfortunately, the operator's still here. No, Tex has no way out, and Clear will punish. Now Trent gonna tuck himself back side. Valen also here to try and help his Sova, but everybody's flashed up, and the shots are just going astray. Trent now 4 kills in the last couple of rounds. Excuse me, Valen 4 kills in the last couple of rounds, but that's where it ends as Net switched up the setup, I should say, out towards A, and unfortunately hasn't really been a part of the action. Now will find his way back in. Finds the first of 4. Still healthy. He sends some shots out. Turret peek comes through. Steel gonna spray through it, and the Odin will get the job done. So GSG take a time out.
And now you're gonna have to wait a little bit Just getting out of position, yeah. Can't do anything. They knew exactly where Tex was gonna be.
Yeah, that's a great punish. The knives come out. 0 points there. Fragment at his feet. He can't dash away. Literally has to try and walk out of it. But at the end of the day, we go jet for jet. Trent there to neutralize.
And this is something that we haven't seen in too many rounds, right? Both of the Jet players, the duo is going down early on. And so this guys, I want to see how this push ends up looking like if it's ends up on A, because the set plays that they have, the set strategies that they have to take control of the safe side depended so much on Clear dashing on top of dice, dashing all the way to heaven, and they don't have that to work with. And this is what happens, right? That strong delay coming through on the other side. Trent only able to tag one of those players.
30 seconds left.
Again, Valen capitalizing from it.
I can't help but imagine, if not in the moment, at the end of this, Valen gonna have a huge smile on his face in just finding these rounds where he continues to diff steal in way of kills and way of IGLing, and in this one, DSG, again, the clock, their worst enemy. They get completely stunted in this re-rotation back towards A. They try and play out towards mid.
Positioning to get one of those kills towards mid. Now Tegs, very, very aggressive. Actually ends up getting punished, doesn't back up enough, and still answers back.
And he does. I thought he had some help, that being Tex.
Valen.
Not really the case. Look at that spam, though. So much thrown out towards mid. If it wasn't Tex, it was Valen there as a recon bolt, so they weren't ready inside main, and the spam comes through from the Odin, and Trent still survives. But for how much longer? No way the right click does that. Trent is still alive. Eventually, he'll fall. This guy, immune to damage, it seems. He brought extra armor into this round, and now Jonah P has to try and get it done. Needs to move, though. Everything's spammable through the boathouse, and he'll do just that. Full util here on the KO as he dodges out on the reveal once more, and he's got a bit of time to work with. 2 players, however, to worry about. Both detected, both suppressed, but it does not stop the rifle fire. That should be coming his way. Shots onto the first. Don't quite land. Finds the next. Takes the head off a Clear. Fragment to try and force the Sova off the angle. Now he looks to take the fight, but he's running out of time. He's got to win it right here, right now. Jonah P does it. And we'll see as that spike ticks. Yes, he does. Plenty of time to steal away the round for Jonah P. And 7-5 is all that DSG can hope for here in the first half. And with what they have in this round, it's very far-fetched. Or is it? Okay, Exalt shows up huge. 2 kills of his own, but look at that from Valen.
What? 3 kills? I mean, what just happened? Everybody taking down with Valen at once, and he's just having such an insane game right now. 2 remaining. Could potentially get it. Oh my god, Valen! The investor ace for the Omen, for the IGL! And everybody has been hyping up this player, this Brain, this IGL, but I mean, look at what he's able to do with the Vandal too. The same idea, but Valen is just finding so much success, it's ridiculous.
And a good pop of the Nano Swarm. Steel gonna go aggressively with that Shrouded Step, expecting nobody on the site. Instead, running into two as DSG will trade back 2 for 1, only losing their IGL. They'll have that spike planted as Trent looking for some sort of spam. Net now gonna drop the lockdown and see how many he can detain. We'll see how DSG try and play this one out.
And this is the first time that I see that execute that this guy's tried and did every single time in the open qualifier. But is it too late? Do they have enough time? They're trying to get a couple trades, but look at that. The guard is on site, having that control. 2v2.
One enemy remaining.
And this was just played so awkwardly by DSG. 2 players get detained on the site. Of course that's going to be punished. And then the only other 2 have to be stuck inside A main, inside Wine.
It was the early lead for them, but now an early disadvantage.
No.
And what is Tex doing?
And Tex is playing a different game. This is not Valorant for that guy. He is updrafting. He is slowly working his way on down. Right-clicking and finding kills. That I was going to mention. Right now, Tex, the game is in his hands on the attacking side. And then he goes and does something like that.
And it's similar to things that Clear has attempted to do, but it's just the team here for the guard now on the attacking side, finding that success from the failed attempts that these guys had early on, and yeah, they're gonna get the pistol round. Looks very simple, fairly simple for them. Double digits. It doesn't seem like there's a stop to it.
No, it doesn't. However, okay, the one of the few weapons they bring into the round gets dealt with fairly quickly, but the Sheriffs we know can be potent and deadly for this DSG squad. Unfortunately, when they find the Sheriff kills, they haven't found the rounds behind it. The alarm bot dealt with. Net gonna play the long angle with the Spectre. Valen just playing the run-in gun. Okay, he's gonna be handled though. Ziff takes him down with 45 HP. It's Ziff against the world. A headshot through the wall. One more. Might be enough to sit Net down. Turret peek out towards the steps. Oh, no, it doesn't see Jonah. Not like this. A shock dart to try and deal with some of the util. 0 point behind it as well, but I don't believe anybody's suppressed. It's Clear. Walks his way inside the dark cover. Tex gonna walk his way onto the site, and just like that, Net saves his teammate in Tex from the player that was just behind him. So 11 HP still available to the Jet of the Guard as Jonah P, the only one who's met his fate here in this round, is Steel and Exalt. We're just gonna find ways to play exits.
It is exits, but it's also gonna put the guard here on map point, on the series point for the first match that they have in Challengers, right? So it's, I mean, it's so good to see this guard playing on the attacking side, right? With so many variations, and this is something that we talked about. We saw it when they were going against TSM, and now we're seeing against Side of Disguises.
And working their way towards A. They don't know that Ziff is set up on this side of the map, however. And a beautiful recon bolt allows for a bit of spam and 2 kills to be found. So DSG showing signs of life. Ziff still holds the angle out towards main. 2 players that way. Valen will once more best steal in the rifle battle, but numbers in favor of the defense.
Jonah P just playing around that catwalk. Doesn't get too much, goes back with the team. Seems like it's already in lockdown with this Odin. 20 seconds.
And time really becoming a problem. If it wasn't for the kills, the clock. Twin Steel inside the smoke is where this guy likes to play. Will finally get the better end of the duel against Valen. Good shock darts from Trent, however. Ziff forced away, courtesy of the flash from Exalt. Have the flash from Jonah P. Eventually, Jonah P taken down. A turret also gonna hop its way into the kill feed. Ziff gonna be happy to have that one. 73 HP. The Bodhi number As DSG, 4 remain, and, well, 152 health between the 2 remaining. Trent's in a bad spot right now.
Although this round didn't have all those heavy rifles on the side of the guard, you still try to get something going on and try to shut down the play. It definitely had to involve still playing up close, right? But it is the way that you take those advantages. Net here.
30 seconds left.
Anything is good, but this guy should be making it to 5.
I think the most important thing right now for Net, it'd be great to have kills. Do not die to Gangsta, right? The most important thing, don't give over. Oh no, the Hunter's Fury, right? Because going into this next round, you've got yourself the lockdown.
Team Ace.
You did this, Tanner.
No. Close 0 point, recon bolts. Nobody inside A main directly, and the guard want to try and take this one so fast here, Dryad.
Big round here coming up, and then the Hunter's Fury is gonna get invested early on. Manages to find Trent, who also had his own Hunter's Fury. Good opportunity, but the guard answering back right away. And look at that, Spike is gonna be planted. The early pick doesn't even matter anymore.
It gets so awkward though. Gangsta was just a bit too quick on the trigger, and now it comes down to the rifles and the retake. The operator drops down, Clear finds a kill, gets it back, and the guard will do it. The defense in the post just a bit too strong, and the guard will take the series 2-0.
Look at